My name's Helen and this is my channel, Helen Mary Jo. If you're new here, then welcome. If you're returning, thank you. And if you're a house bell, hello. Got my gloves on, not for jazz hands, you'll be glad to know. So as you can see, I'm here today doing HelloFresh. This will be the fourth time that I have been showing you HelloFresh really, and they have sponsored this part of the video, so I'm very grateful for that. And as I have said before, I had never used HelloFresh prior to this, but actually I have been so impressed with it because it just rejuvenates the cooking that I do. I've got very stuck in my ways. I tend to do the same things over and over. And I personally have found this really invigorating is too strong a word, but I have found it really, really useful to just introduce some new menus and some interesting things actually. Like last night, Rob and I had the rosemary lamb and fondant potatoes, and all fairly standard, just griddled the lamb and the fondant potatoes, a little bit different, but not extreme. But one thing I'd never done, I'm not a big lover of spinach, and this recipe had creamed spinach in it, and it was so easy and so nice. And that now is something that I will continue to do. So that was great. I haven't done this one yet. I've also got alpine chicken schnitzel and cheesy roasties. But this evening, the children are here. It's Friday. They usually come now on every Friday for their dinner, and they were delighted when I told them that we were having the all-American bacon cheeseburger, stovetop mac and cheese with salad, and it should take between 30 and 35 minutes. Now, the reason I've got these gloves on is because I've got the minced beef here that I need to make into beef patties for the burgers. And now I've had this bit of kit from Tupperware. Well, Katie and I worked out, we think it's 42 years old, and basically you put your meat in here and press down and you get a nice even patty burger, whatever you want to call it. There's a little mark on there, I think it's just a stain. It's very, very old. And so we've got this lovely mince, got the cheese to put in for when they're cooked, got some nice streaky bacon. On the cruise, they just called this American bacon. It's funny, isn't it? We call it streaky bacon in the UK, but in America, I think in America, this is generally the bacon that they have. So on the cruise, this was called American bacon, and I love crispy streaky bacon. We've got some lovely brioche buns. We've got, obviously, the macaroni for mac and cheese. Try not to spill it everywhere. I had to use one of my new little South African bowls, and this has got the chicken stock in that you use, I believe, when you are making the sauce for the mac and cheese to give it that little bit of zest. We've got breadcrumbs, and I've got the burger sauce in my beautiful new little South African jug, and then there's creme fraiche here. Also, yeah, some of this, of course, will be for the macaroni, won't it? And some will be for the burgers. And then we've got the creme fraiche here to make the sauce. So I'm going to get on with that. First of all, the reason I say is I've got the gloves on is because you just get that bit of macaroni out of there. I just find I prefer to use these gloves when I'm doing raw meat like this. Saves me taking my rings off, saves it, getting under my nails and all that. So I'm going to crack on with this. We've got a fantastic offer for you, which is 60% off your first box and then 20% off the next 2 months. So that is 60% off your first box if you're a new HelloFresh subscriber, and then 20% off the next 2 months. And I'll put that on the screen, and there will be a QR code there that you can just, you put your phone on camera mode and then hold it up to the screen, and you'll get a little box to press that, and it'll take you straight through to that offer. And I personally would give it a go. You've got absolutely nothing to lose. And as I say, for me, the fact that you can choose from a myriad number of recipes and family. You can get low calorie, you can get vegetarian, you can get anything you like on there. So many choices. I think it's fabulous, and that's the truth. So I'm going to crack on with this now. They're getting hungry, and I will just show you the finished article. I just wanted to very quickly show you how this thing works. So you just basically put your mince in there and then press down on the top. And then you get a really nice compressed burger that, you know, they're all the same size and they're ready to go. So I just thought I'd quickly show you that in case you were intrigued. I'm sure that you can buy them online. That one was a Tupperware one, very, very old, but I'm sure you can still get hold of them. So I'll carry on now and get started cooking. So Chris, my son-in-law, turned up, and because I'm such a lovely mother-in-law, I have given him my meal. So this was a meal for 4 people, and there is ample. So we've got the burger, the salad and the mac and cheese, and I had to stop Billy tucking in already. So what do you think, kiddos?
Looks yummy. Looks nice.
Yeah, looking forward to it. I've had to stop them from eating, by the way, because they were all going to get stuck in. So that's the finished article. Looks yummy. Hi. I just thought I'd pop on. Rob and I are going out for lunch today at a friend's house. And doesn't happen very often, to be honest. So I'm really quite excited. I'm just wearing a black jumper that I've had for quite a while. It's actually from Esprit, but it's nice quality, and it's got this kind of ribbing effect on it. A couple of layered pieces from Manier. This is the chain that they do with one of the enhancers on, which I love, and you know how much I love this necklace. I've got it on with my bargainous M&S skirt. I think it was £14, can't remember, and my duo boots from from Duo, my black suede boots from Duo, which I love, and I think it gives it that whole kind of winter without it being kind of too wintry. And then just for a little bit of kind of colour, you may have seen this on my photos in South Africa, black, you know, the people that do the lovely cashmere shawls, they kindly gifted me this scarf, which was so appropriate for South Africa with the leopards on it. And I used it all the time actually, because it's cashmere and silk, and so it's as light as anything. I mean, it goes to nothing really, but it has got a nice amount of warmth to it. They are very delicate, so you do have to be careful with them, but I thought that was so much fun to wear that on a safari to go with my car key outfit. So yeah, I just thought I'd pop that on today just to kind of give it that, you know, little splash. And yeah, we're going out very shortly. So, oh, and I've got this bag that I've had as well for years. This is a Coach black leather bag that I got actually in Costco, and had it for a couple of years, but they don't date, and they're very good quality leather, so it's just the job. Big enough to put bits and bobs in, but not so big that I look overwhelmed by it. So that's me. Hope you're all having a good day. See you soon. Bye. So we're off out tonight. We're going to see, there's a couple of guys locally called the Henrys, who I actually first saw busking in Southampton, and took their card. And then when I had my Christmas party that year, they came and played for us. And they came back a couple of years later again and did another party for me. They're lovely guys, father and son. I'll put a little photo on here of the gig. I can't share a video because it's copyright, because it's Beatles. They cover mostly Beatles songs there. Beatle fanatics. And you know what's interesting is I'm not particularly a Beatles fan, but they sing a lot of their songs that I've never heard before, which is quite interesting. And it gave me a new admiration for the Beatles actually, because some of the lyrics of some of their lesser known songs are really, really good. Anyway, I'm wearing the Primark cheap as chips dress. I can't remember, what was it, £22 I think. Again with my tights and duo boots, and I've got one of my favourite black scarves on black.co.uk. This is silk and cashmere, and it's my go-to at the moment. So I just thought I'd sit down and have a little catch up with you to tell you how Rob got on with the consultant, and anything else that comes to mind really. So we got to see the cardiologist. As you know, we went privately because Rob was getting nowhere with the NHS, and it turns out he had dropped off the list. He should have been seen, and he hadn't been seen with a follow-up for either of his last two kind of heart incidents. And the doctor was lovely, and he apologised for that. Not that that's a fat lot good, isn't it? But, you know, it wasn't his fault. He's working as hard as he possibly can. But what was so fabulous for us, and I know we're lucky to be able to afford it, but it was worth every single penny. It was £250, and it was worth every single penny. We had half an hour of undivided attention, and he told us what was going on with Rob. Basically, he's in atrial fibrillation all of the time, which is why he's so tired all of the time. And that helped me too, because, you know, I get a bit frustrated with him. So I need to back off. I take that on. That's for me to deal with. And but also evidences that something needs to be done. So they have booked it. Well, I haven't booked him yet, but we've joined the list to have a cardioversion, which is where they shock the heart. And if that works, even for a short time, he can come off 2 of the drugs which he thinks are making him feel unwell, and they'll take it from there. But I think we're kind of back in the system, so hopefully we'll get some answers, and he'll get some respite from what I can only imagine is a horrible, horrible feeling for your heart. I mean, you know, I'm completely blissfully unaware of what my heart's doing. It's just doing its job, and I have no, I'm not conscious of it at all. It's just there doing its thing. But Rob's heart, I mean, he said, well, I'm always in it. Like, unless it goes really crazy, that's his normal situation. And I know loads and loads of people suffer with it, but, you know, I can only deal with my husband and our situation. And, yeah, so fingers crossed, we won't have to wait too long, and he can start to get something done. That's that. I'll keep you posted. Brighter subject. And I did say, you know, he's so good at what he does carpentry-wise. And this is just a little thing. But do you remember the canvases that I showed you that we got the children in Africa, in South Africa? So this is what we got Billy, and Rob has made the frame. And, you know, when we bought these, and if you are going to buy them, look at them a bit more carefully. We just went, oh yeah, like that one. But this elephant was actually kind of off centre to the canvas. I think it looks fine, but Rob had to kind of lose some of the elephant's ear around the side. But I think it's lovely, and Billy can't wait to put that up in his room. He says he knows exactly where it's going to go. And then similarly, Hattie with her lion, which is lovely, I think. And you know what I like about these as gifts for the children is that hopefully they can keep these forever. You know, these would always look okay in a bedroom or somewhere, wouldn't they? You know, they're not childish. So yeah, really, really pleased with those. Pleased we got them. Rob wasn't really sure at the time. You know what men are like. But yeah, and the boys have got theirs. The 2 younger grandchildren have got theirs already at their house. So yeah, I don't think there's anything else. So that was a busy weekend really. With well, we haven't done it yet, but when we so we had, like, I know it's not a big deal, but we had the HelloFresh on the Friday night, and then we had lunch at our friends, and then the concert. And that's busy for us for a weekend, really. And now when I order HelloFresh, I actually order for the 4, because I find that if Billy and Hattie, or Casey or Chris or anyone's here really, I've got enough for them. But equally, if they're not here, depending on what it is, I cook it and we have it kind of not the next day but the following day, or I freeze it. So it saves kind of cooking twice when you don't have to. I love that when there's leftovers. So yeah, that's all for me just now. So I will see you really soon. Thanks for watching. Bye.